Alright, our final step is to apply the water block itself. One of the important things you don't want to do is touch the inside of the block. As you can see, I've already placed this on here once to make sure it lines up, and the thermal paste tends to attach itself to the block quite well. Now, there you see the little holes in there. They're going to line up with the actual capacitors itself. So I'm going to turn the card around to make it easier for myself. I'm going to put it down right over itself. Try to make sure you center these exactly evenly so that the metal is not touching the capacitor nor here, because it can cause shortage. You'll notice that there's a couple different sizes of PVC. There's a large ring, such as this one, and a smaller one, which is this one. Save this one for the last step. Alright. So what you're going to do, you're going to line these up, put the PVC through the screw. You're going to line it up right here. Tighten it down a little bit. I don't tighten it completely, just a little bit. The last phase, after you have them all in, is to tighten them down each individually until you get a good tight feel on it. You're going to kind of use your hand for this. Never use a power tool to screw things in, just because you never know how much torque you're putting on the board, which could damage it, break some connections inside the board. What if you over tighten it, because you can't feel it with a power tool. And one thing you'll notice is that this block itself doesn't actually have as many screws in it as the air cooling block does. So you're not going to screw every single hole that you had with the air cooling block in. One of the questions is people have asked me, is this build is why am I using 480s and not a 580? 580s are great cards. At this particular time, I had one 480 from a while ago, so I decided to upgrade my setup to SLI, and I needed another card, and I wanted to put another 480 in it. The other beautiful thing is if you got water cooling and you know a little bit about overclocking, you can make a 480 shine and perform, at least in gaming, just as well as a 580. Now you can overclock a 580 extremely well too, but for the price of this water block, which is around $74, find that at Sidewinders. Tighten this down. Looks like we have most of them in. So got 2 more here. Nope, 3 more. Got another one right here. It's very important to make sure you get all the screws on, because you don't want to create uneven tension. You want the board to sit evenly with the number of screws that you have. Then you line this up right here. Once again, I'm using the large PVC washer here. Tighten this down. There's one more screw that you got to put in right there. However, it appears that I dropped it, so I will find it, put that in. Then you're going to go through and tighten each one of these individually. Make sure that you've got good contact all the way around so that everything is secure. Make sure that you've got a gap all the way around. Lastly, when you decide which direction you want your flow, for instance, if your card's sitting in your computer like so, and you have the water coming from one end here and it coming out the other end, you'll want it to come in through here. So you're going to use this and tighten it down and stop it from coming out that way. On the other side, since the water will be coming out this direction, take the other cap and tighten it through here. Now my suggestion is that you get a wrench and tighten it down so that way it's tighter than anything you can get with your hands on, and you're good to go. Once again, this is Silicus. This is how you mount an XSPC full coverage water block.